and gentlemen, our judges at ringside, Anika Williams, Wayne Ashdown, Mike Croucher, your ringside position. Timekeeper Damien Membry. Okay, we'll get rolling because we've got technical difficulties. And in the red corner, from Endeavour Hills, Victoria, 7 professional fights, 4 wins. He is the current welterweight champion of Victoria, aiming to win his 2nd crown. Would you welcome Eddie Psycho Delic?
Contestants here in Eddie Delic, a big smile on his face as he backs back to the red corner for the Victorian Junior Middleweight title on behalf of Channel 31 and Minnis Promotions, Team Promotions. I welcome you to this final bout here tonight of the Collingwood Town Hall, a title fight between Eddie Delic of Victoria and Tim Minnis now of Victoria from New Zealand. In this first bout, I have with me to my right Robert Cameron and to my left Peter Maniatis and Nick Tatoris as these boys measure each other up. And what a great fight night this has been here. One of the great nights at Collingwood Town Hall.
Fans have had double their money and then some.
And they certainly have, as Minnis now controls the centre of the ring. Delic waiting and throws a couple of big body punches to Minnis to let him know that he's going to be in for a fight. I wouldn't be surprised now. Nick Tatoris, have you had any words to Eddie Delic?
Sorry?
Have you spoken to Eddie Delic about this fight at all?
Yes, he feels really confident. He's ready. He's hoping to take him in the later round and just box him along. That's what his plans are. And he's doing just that, like that now.
Well, we know you fought a war with this man, 10 minutes only some months ago, in what was a fantastic bout here at the very same venue. 10 minutes now rushing forward on Delic. At the moment trying to crowd him into the neutral corner, Nick.
He is very durable and he's taken a few shots down in the opening round.
Eddie's trying to hold his ground as Minnis crunches in the neutral corner, but Delic pushed him around. Oh! Minnis clipped him. That's not a slip, I don't think. What will it be? I think it's a punch to the glancing punch to the jaw. He's in the wrong corner, Minnis. Chris Anderson imploring him to go to the neutral corner. He's going to put a count on Minnis. I'd say he's going to put a count on him, is he or isn't he? It's a slip. Officially, it's a slip, ladies and gentlemen, watching on behalf of Channel 31 out there.
Well, Delic was protesting that he slipped. He really wanted to get the message across, didn't he, Steve?
Oh, he involved himself in negotiations with the referee. They virtually carried out a mediation there in the neutral corner.
Oh, don't mention that horrible word, Steve. Yes. I'm a barrister. We like a trial, not a mediation.
Mediation, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
It's a lot cheaper.
That's why we don't like them, Peter.
Delic throws out a straight right, just a glancing straight right.
Great combination from Delic there, left-right.
Minnis moving forward and throws a right hand. No doubt he's got a lot of fans here tonight as well.
Eddie Delic's not getting careless now. He's just
Victorian Junior Middleweight title to the winner. Tim Minnis in the embossed socks. Beautiful pair of white and blue socks he's wearing.
And Eddie Delic means business. Look at the look in his eyes, Stephen. Oh,
well,
boy.
I'll tell you what.
That killer instinct.
Yeah, that's a good point you make there, Robert, because when you measure these fellows up before the fight, the way Minnis fought our good friend here, Nick Tatoris, here a few months ago, Tim Minnis, you would have thought that Tim Minnis was going to be an outright favourite, but this is going to be a pretty even money fight, Nick.
Yes, quite a good fight. And it was caught by a good left hook by Tim Minnis. He timed it just well as he just walked out towards him.
You're right there, Nick. No doubt about that. This is going to be very close. Very, very close, I tip, for this event.
I just seen Eddie Delic wink at us, and it feels okay. He gave us a good little wink.
Well, the first round, Eddie Delic had a slip, pretty even first round. That maybe even Eddie Delic, I think, landed the more scoring punches to start off this fight. So there you go. Well, I thought, as I just mentioned, Robert, I thought Delic had scored more punches. Now Delic's got some blood on his back. I'm not too sure what that's from, actually. I don't know.
He's got a cut on his back, Steve.
He has, I think. I'm not too sure what that is.
I don't see too many of those.
No, I don't know how it happened, but could have got cut on the ropes or something. I'm not sure, but
Perhaps he misused the lady's sunbeam this morning.
Haute couture situation, Robert.
Well, at least he's not worrying about his bikini line.
Oh, if you don't mind. And here we are in the red corner as Chris Anderson splits them up.
Howard Lee and Adrian Stack are embracing in an emotional embrace. Across centre ring.
Yes.
A lot of respect there.
Yeah, tons of respect to these two fellows. No doubt about that, and by the crowd. In fact, the crowd here tonight, I must say, have been excellent. Absolutely superb in their barracking. Oh, Minnis.
This is toe-to-toe warfare.
Oh,
There's Peter.
it is. There's not an inch being given here. You have to virtually, do just about anything to gain some ground here. Delic puts the left arm up as he drops a right rip into the stomach region of Minnis. Anderson splits them again. Tim Minnis is the one trying to force the issue here. Delic more of a counter-punching role, but scoring quite well when he does counter-punch.
I think Delic's working out. He's got 8 rounds, Stephen, and he doesn't want to overdo it in the first few. He's waiting for the opportunity to land a punch.
Very experienced campaigner, Eddie Delic, and I believe he's coming in tonight. A lot of scribes have underrated him in this fight, thinking that Minnis was the new kid on the block in this division, coming over from New Zealand, but by golly, Delic is giving him a bit of a workout at the moment there, gentlemen.
Oh, he is. Delic is really trying to look for the weakness.
Delic hasn't had a fight in 14 months, and he's very fresh. But he's got to remember it's an 8-rounder. You don't want to blow all your petrol tickets too early.
Now that's a good point there. If the 14-month break between fights, he needs to conserve, but at the same time, I think psychologically he wants to exert mental authority over Minnis early. And that's what he's achieving at the moment.
Minnis is as tough as old boots. He'll stay there all night.
Yes, well, yes.
There he is.
No doubt about that. And Delic is a real tradesman, the way he drops those short punches in. They're beautiful, those body rips. And the uppercuts from Delic when he gets to land them. Oh, Minnis is slugging away now. He's starting to find his range, Minnis. When he gets Delic in close, he's starting to unload a bit of heavy artillery, Peter.
Definitely is. I'll tell you what, these guys can fight this in a phone booth.
Oh, we saw a heavyweight fight like this a few years ago with Grimer involved, James Grimer, and the boy from New Zealand, Papaloo, I think his name was. I can't remember now. Papu or Papaloo. Yes. And that was a fight that was virtually fought in the phone box. And Jimmy Cheetahs and Dominic Giraco, they used very little ring space when they fought at Fort Knox about 2.5 years ago.
That was the fight of the year, Cheetahs and Dominic Giraco, and a great fight it was.
Yeah, well, it was a great fight. Very much a telephone box job as was, Robert.
You demonstrated your unrequited bias against Cheetahs by predicting that Giraco would win. And you also spoke to the referee before the bout in an endeavour to influence
Where did we score that round to?
Unnecessary allegations. I thought that Delic again, I just gave it to Delic. I thought he did more work, a lot more work in close.
It was alleged that Delic won that round.
Yeah, alleged.
We haven't got any facts here, we've only got allegations.
Round 3 coming up, and Eddie Delic has come out in this fight, seems to have, at the moment, sufficient answers to forestall Tim Minnis's pathway forward.
But you know what boxing's like? You can get derailed, those plans, in the split second.
No doubt about that. Tim Minnis, you get the feeling if he found his range, he could do a bit of damage. There's no doubt about that, because he's a heavy hitter. Tim Minnis, a very heavy hitter.
You gotta watch those head clashes in there, because Delic's getting pretty low.
They are fighting in close.
Good point, Nick. They are fighting in close. You'd want Vaseline along the eyebrows.
Yes. Oh, 10 minutes. A little bit of the forearm came up there.
Boxed up on the right.
And he's boxed up, and Minnis dropped in a beautiful right uppercut into Delic as well in that scrimmage.
Chris Anderson separates him.
He got about 2 or 3 good scoring punches there, Minnis, and Delic hasn't been able to force his way out of that neutral corner as Minnis forces him back in.
He's living up to his nickname, the Maori Warrior.
Well, certainly is, and using a lot of physical strength to keep Delic in that neutral corner. Oh, he's a strong boy.
Oh, a nice uppercut there to Delic.
Delic's got to get out of there, Robert. He must get out of that neutral corner.
Right out of it.
He's got a box, Delic.
2 very effective uppercuts.
Oh, a nice straight left from Minnis too. I tell you what, Delic, you might be right, Peter. He might be a bit too fresh or a bit ring rusty.
Delic,
He's a little frisky at the moment. He's got to settle down.
could be a bit ring rusty there, Steve.
Clubbing right into the body.
That was what I'm worried about, but Minnis...
Eddie's got to get out of the corner and box.
delivering a lot of leather now, Minnis.
Minnis has got some good combinations in this round that have been very, very effective. They've hit Delic.
Oh, they have. He's also, don't forget, some of it's landing on the gloves. Delic has got good defence.
Some that are getting through, Steve.
Oh, yeah, I don't deny that.
I'm not saying all, nothing, but nothing of the sort.
I hope Eddie hasn't taken 10 minutes too cheaply.
Delic's great when he's in close with that short left and right combinations
He's
to the head.
coming on strong now, Minnis.
Minnis has used a couple of very good uppercuts, Steve.
He has at the moment.
Put this fight in the phone booth.
What a great round when Delic has come back from a Minnis onslaught.
This could be fight of the year.
Could be, I agree.
Could well be. We were talking a bit early at the moment. Oh, Delic, he's got a very powerful slapping punch for that, especially with that left.
Barry Knight would love this fighting. This is what you call close body punching in fighting. It's an old form of boxing.
It is.
It is.
You'll notice in the huddle that Minnis frequently gets a good uppercut in. Here goes Delic.
Delic hurt him there.
Delic's come out punching.
Oh,
He's hurt him.
he's a bit bruised, Eddie, but by golly, he's got a ton of courage, this man. He's got a bucket load on it.
Oh, look at him go.
Oh, and a bit of arm work in there as well. The boys sometimes do that.
I think Delic has a mouse under his left eye.
Oh, he has.
A blood nose now.
Oh, and there goes the bell for the end of round 3.
It could be a mouse.
Oh, what a fantastic round. And some of the crowd are on their feet to show their applause, their accolades for this magnificent bout here tonight. Channel 31, Maniatis Promotions, here tonight at Collingwood Town Hall for the Victorian Junior Middleweight title fight. We're seeing it live right here
It's a ringside
as we speak.
How's the world rating coming with you? What have you got planned and how's your training?
We've got our the WBO convention where our representatives will be sitting down negotiating things in the next week. So on the 3rd of November, out in Panama, I think it is. So we should have some news very shortly.
Wish you all the best, mate, and we know you might be bringing a title back home to Australia. On to the card, boys.
Yes.
Tell you what, who won that round?
Well, look, I actually ended up giving it a 10-9 to Minnis. He probably won't agree with me, but I thought earlier on he did a lot of work earlier on, Minnis.
Delic's got a mouse under his left eye, Steve. I think that's a mouse.
Yes, I think there is a bit of a mouse forming there. It'll probably swell up a bit, hopefully not too much.
I'm sure it's a mouse. Yeah, definitely a mouse.
Whoa, high, white and handsome left hook from Minnis. Oh, a straight right though landed as he fights in front of, they both fight in front of the commentary area. Minnis.
Delic got a nice uppercut there and Minnis took his head around.
Oh, a clubbing left, followed by a right hand from Delic. He took advantage of that.
He did, Stephen.
Minnis dropped his gloves there for a minute.
He went on with the business, Delic. That was
Can't drop
clever.
your gloves.
No, that's a categoric rule in boxing. Keep your hands up at all times. And he's breathing hard there, gentlemen. Very, very hard. That's not a good sign.
That's where his stamina, his ring rustiness will be tested, Stephen.
Yeah, certainly will. Sometimes it can be a not the true position of a athlete. Some blow hard than others early in a boxing tournament. Everyone's different, Robert, with their lung capacities and the amount of air that they can indulge or bring into the body.
This has been a bruising, old-fashioned type of battle.
It has, Peter. It's been a full-on bruise.
I should have said ingesting the air. That's the thing.
These guys have been trading blows.
Yes, but quite often Tim Minnis gets his Eddie Delic on the ropes and he faces square on. He doesn't set himself for a good punch because when you're sort of square on, you can't come out throwing hard punches, and you can fall off balance very easily.
Okay, well, a little bit of an adjournment there for a second.
Was that, where was the blood coming from?
The mouth guard was fell out.
Now, another thing we've got to stipulate, there's a bit of a weight difference. There's a couple of kilo difference. Minnis' way here.
Yeah, a little bit of Vaseline went onto the Minnis mouse. Sorry, the Delic mouse, I should say.
I think he's got a blood nose too, Stephen.
Well, the nostrils won't cause him a problem.
Adrenaline in the nostrils. Job.
Yeah, that won't cause him any difficulty whatsoever.
Nothing you cut, mate.
Oh, good uppercut from Minnis. Caught Delic. Delic's managed to push him around, but this is toe-to-toe boxing at its finest in this magnificent title fight.
You could put this fight in the phone box. I'll keep saying that.
Oh, could you ever? These two boys are going to just slug it out.
Robert, this reminds me a little bit of the Jimmy Cheetah's Dominic DeRarco battle at a couple of years ago.
Fort Knox, I think, Peter.
Both of them could have been charged with assault that night.
Well, yes. That's an interesting issue all of its own. And here comes Minnis, a slapping left hand. Delic comes back with the left. Tries to turn Minnis around. Minnis is covering up. Anderson trying to split the Minnis is now starting to look a little bit tired. And bruised too. He's got a mouse forming underneath his right eye, Minnis.
Minnis has a mouse, does he?
He does.
Minnis with a mouse.
Underneath the Minnis right eye, there's a mouse forming, I think.
Stephen, there's a mouse on Minnis.
Yeah.
We just passed the halfway mark.
The halfway mark, and in that round, I thought Delic won that round. This is an amazing fight. I thought Delic won that round quite well, actually. Came back very strongly, which means that at the moment, at the halfway mark, I've got these boys absolutely dead square. Absolutely dead square.
Oh, you cannot get closer than that.
You are controversial, Stephen, as always. You're the Frank Considine of boxing.
It is a very close fight, Peter.
It's a close fight that could go either way. It depends what boxer digs in now and keeps the work rate up. Who will move into fourth and fifth gear? And who will move from fourth gear back to third gear? It's all about gears now. Who wants to step up and go into overdrive and grab the belt?
Well, I'll tell you what, 10 minutes for the first sign of this fight showed a bit of tiredness towards the end of that round. And the crowd are going berserk for Eddie Delic.
Oh, they're right behind him. They're chanting, Eddie, Eddie, Eddie.
Oh, well, they are.
Wow. What a Bobby Dazzler. I wouldn't be in that ring for all the rice in China, Stephen.
Oh, well, none of us would be, but these boys are warriors. And,
what about if we strap you up with a Ned Kelly armour?
My word. You need it there, Peter, if you're going to venture into that land.
Oh, some nice punches delivered from Delic. Did catch Minnis in the head region. Wasn't a great deal of power in them, but they're scoring punches, and that's the name of the game.
The good thing about this fight is they're both young, exciting, good boxers, and they've both got a good work job. Eddie works as a sheet metal worker, and so does Tim. They both work full-time and box, and it's good to see they're both great people outside of the ring.
They're great ambassadors for the sports, Peter. I
Definitely.
agree. Yes, no doubt about that.
No doubt about that at all. And the evenness of this fight is something that has to be given an accolade.
Changed camps now. He's training with Bobby Scribano.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes, I do see that. Very interesting, yes. Change in the Minnis camp. Bobby Scribano has had a good night here tonight. Building up a bit of a decent stable, Peter.
From the old school of Dana Goodson.
Yeah.
Great Dana Goodson, a kickboxing boxing icon.
The Grand Master, may he rest in peace. What a fantastic man he was, Dana Goodson.
And an ambassador to boxing and kickboxing.
Kickboxing.
He just kept tuning out world champions, Dana Goodson. Like off a conveyor belt, really. You had a lot to do with Dana, Nick.
Now the crowd are chanting for Delic again, and Delic and Minnis tying themselves up in the neutral corner a bit. Minnis gets out, Anderson skips out of the way of Minnis. Referee nearly got bowled over then.
Interesting, Stephen. Minnis hasn't had too many fights that are going to go over this duration. And I want to see how his stamina holds up as the rounds wear on.
That's an interesting point.
Yes.
That's a very good point, actually, because originally we thought Delic might have been finding the kitchen a bit hot, but Minnis in that last round. But Minnis seems to have rekindled his energy levels. Seems to be travelling pretty well at the moment. Delic is the one, though, who also is motoring ahead. So maybe we spoke too early about energy levels drifting away.
Well, a full 8 rounds is the ultimate in physical demand on a human body.
Well, they fight internationally at 12, Robert.
Well, how many 8-rounders have you gone through?
Well, don't worry about that, but here comes Minnis now with a right uppercut.
This is body on body, brute strength.
Delic, yes, it is brute strength. Delic, actually very good Delic. He gets a couple of punches into the body before he moves away. Good tactics. And there goes the bell for the end of round 5.
How did you score that, Stephen?
Round 5 I gave to Delic just in that round, just to Delic.
That edges him in front.
Just in front, just in front. I'll keep a running total in brackets next to my scores.
That's your... I'm not really keeping my on scores. I've seen the last round was quite close. They could have won a draw, I believe. I think this fight is pretty much even. I'd hate to see it to go to 10 minutes due to that first round knockdown. So we'll see.
That's a good point, Nick.
Seconds as we approach round 6.
Round 6 in this Victorian junior middleweight title fight between Eddie Delic in the red corner and Tim Minnis in the blue corner. Tim Minnis wearing the blue satin trunks with white pipings and two-tone blue and white socks. And Eddie Delic in the black with purple pipings.
They look like surf shorts.
And they may well be. And sockless boxing boots.
Come on, mate.
Minnis over the top of the right hand gets pushed back in. Minnis there puts the hands up to the referee to say, ref, what about that? I don't think there's anything too much wrong with it.
Combination there from Delic.
Delic's not mucking around.
1 cent. Oh, wow.
Minnis there appeared to be calling for a free kick, Peter.
Chris Anderson warning Delic about the head.
Just picked it up a gear there. You see if 10 minutes can work him out now. Come back and set the pace once again.
This is non-stop action. It's got to be up there with one of the fights of the year.
I tell you what, Peter, the matchmaking tonight has been 110% right. Absolutely spot on.
I say 200%, Stephen. You just couldn't have got better. This has been a great night's boxing. Chris Anderson, as always, in exercising his authority appropriately.
Minnis now working away to the body and to the head with combination punches. Now, caught again on the ropes, and Chris Anderson splits them. This is going to go to the wire, this fight. Minnis again throws out that straight right, but Delic, when that straight right came in a bit slow, Delic had thrown 2 or 3 punches then.
Stephen, I think Minnis is tiring considerably. There doesn't seem to be the force and effect in his punches. He's slower in his footwork. Look at where his arms are dropping.
You are so correct, Robert.
I think he's just slowing down a cog or two.
He's doing the work at the moment, boys.
He is, as it's heavy going.
He's trying to do some work, but Delic is throwing punches in bunches, as they say. Oh, the clubbing right hand, a straight right.
Great punch from Delic.
Caught Minnis right on the jaw. Minnis' legs, just so ever, started to waver. I think Minnis is in a bit of trouble, gentlemen. As Delic comes in hard to the solar plexus.
What's going on with it?
A big right hand to the solar plexus. Rock Minnis. Minnis is very tired.
I was right. I tipped that. Minnis is dead affected.
He appears to be.
Yes, he just comes straight back.
Kane did come back hard, Peter, in the neutral corner.
He's a robot man out of Terminator. You can kill him, you can shoot him, he just comes back.
Oh, Terminator 4 rise of the boxes, Peter. As Minnis comes in. Delic, as he's being dragged, is punching Minnis to the midsection. And the bell to an end of a...
That bell, Steve.
Delic round, gentlemen. Had to be a Delic round. And very interesting situation we've got here, the tiring effects. This is coming down to, when you get a telephone box fight, it comes down to how much punishment you can absorb and therefore how fit you are and how good your lungs are.
Demonstrated that great telephone box fight a couple of years ago, Jim Cheetahs and Dominic Duraco.
No, just...
Overwhelming physical strength won the day.
How surprised I am for you to mention that.
All Jim Cheetahs did press-ups at the end of the bout. It showed you how fit he was.
And no one said, well, he is a personal trainer, so you can't deny that he's a fit man.
Jim in Grovedale, I recommend all those to the long viewers.
Well, yes, and they will be watching too on Channel 31, no doubt. But
what a fitness program. Go down and see Jim Cheetahs at Jim's Gym in Grovedale.
All right, well, back to this fight now, and Eddie Delic, I believe, unofficially, is just in front of Tim Minnis. Now, we did see Tim Minnis just ever so, just slightly show some signs of wear and tear in that last round. Now, this is going to come down to, as I was saying about physical fitness, who can ingest enough air into the lungs, Nick?
That's right, nutrition and the heart.
It's all about air capacity into the lungs at this point of the fight.
The lung region and getting all that oxygen up there.
No doubt about that, Peter.
Eddie's getting the support behind him. The crowd's getting into this main event.
Yeah. Chris Anderson splits the two boys at ringside here. They're both of them now becoming somewhat tired. You'd expect that after such a heavy contest in 6 rounds.
Well, what a gladiatorial battle it has been, Stephen.
Oh, it has been.
They've never stopped the entire bout. They've gone out at hammer and tongs.
They had Minnis now is trying to regroup here now to enforce.
Minnis' corner had a good talk to him there during the break between the rounds, yes.
Well, it's not just the talking, it's he's got to try and ingest air into the lung region and get himself, remotivated. Just as I said that, Delic dropped a couple of nice punches to the Minnis jaw region. Minnis now, left hand straight out and just collecting Delic as he moves away. Delic not perturbed by any of that.
No, not at all.
Eddie may blow reasonably hard at times, but I think that really it doesn't signify the level of fitness. I think he's very fit for this fight.
Tim Minnis is making the most of that left hand. He's doubling it up. He's shriveling it up.
He's throwing combination punches when he can, Eddie, which tends to send Minnis back, as we see now. Minnis leading on the red corner. As Delic feverishly flays away at Minnis. Minnis raining by out. And he does come out. All the heads clashed between the two boys. The heads did come together. Let's hope there's no blood.
Candidate for Fight of the Year. I picked it early.
This will go very close, gentlemen. That voting's only about a month or 2 months away.
Well, we'll be doing that round at Hank Stanley's house very soon.
Well, the meeting will be at the Stanley residence. That's right. And this fight will feature, Nick.
They're going to strap up his glove.
Yes, well, that glove
loose.
has had a problem with it to most of the fight. I think that's the 3rd attempt they've had at that. Trying to get that right.
Actual tape's been coming up stuck. Unstuck that tape. It needs to be cut off and retaped.
Yes, well, that's the problem. They're just taping over the wet tape, I think, and it's... Delic's caught him. A couple of the jabs and a straight to left. As the boys go back into their corners. Scrivano for Minnis. He will be, no doubt, trying to get his man. Fairly even round, that.
How did you score it, Steve?
Well, a very hard round to score that because both boys did a fair bit of work, so I actually believe that was a fairly even round, that.
A testament to these two lads.
Absolute testament, and here we come into the final round.
8th and final round.
And it will... There should be a magnificent last round for the Victorian Junior Middleweight title. A title fight here tonight at Collingwood Town Hall on behalf of Manianas Promotions and Channel 31, our big sponsor TV station, Channel 31. You can't say enough about them.
They have been fabulous for boxing.
Nice slipping there.
Oh, Eddie, Delic on the hunt. Delic's on the attack. Minnis slipped. Nothing in that slip, gentlemen. Chris Anderson's going to split them. Delic trying to work away. Minnis still hanging in there. Got a lot of courage, Tim Minnis. No doubt about that. Delic coming back from a long layoff. Minnis from a fantastic performance against my co-commentator here today, Nick Tatoris, from several months ago.
That's right, they had
Delic dropping him, and Minnis comes back at him.
Strong last round by both fighters.
No quarter given or drawn here. Yes, both boys are feverishly going about this last round, throwing everything at each other. Everything by the kitchen sink being thrown out there at the moment.
Delic's using his straight punches very nice. Getting that right hand nice and long.
Minnis' corner are yelling at him feverishly to go into it. But he's tangled up, and Delic's the one who throws the telling punches out of that corner. Scrimmage.
As soon as one comes on, the other one comes straight back.
Yes. Oh, and into the solar plexus goes Delic. Oh, a beautiful punch. That would have taken a little bit of wind out of Minnis, I'd say. He'd have to be feeling the pressure a little bit there. Delic is the one throwing all the leather of it. A big Delic contingent chanting, Eddie, 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 urging their man on. Oh, they can start to get the feeling their man could have a title coming his way. As Minnis tries to exert some authority, but it might be too late for him, I'd say. Now it's out, and Delic was over the top of him as Delic moves back to the neutral corner. Minnis' mouth guard has come out. And Delic must go into the neutral corner. Eddie.
I think it should. You don't want to lose teeth.
Delic over the top with the right hand. Thumps away at Tim Minnis. These boys are absolutely going for it. Oh, Minnis tries a right.
Yeah, Minnis is finishing strong.
Behind the net.
Both great fighters, these two kids. They've fought their heart out.
Oh! Minnis dropped his gloves and Eddie paid the price for it because Eddie gave him a big punch.
I don't want this fight to end. I wish it'd go forever. It's an absolute cracker.
That's a crackerjack fight. Both these boys in their division.
It's a Bobby Dazzler.
All right, up in the ranks. Oh!
Minnis just about took his head off.
Tim Minnis. I tell you what, he knows he needs probably a knockout to win. He's going to chase Eddie. He's got a lot of heart and courage, Tim Minnis, but I think it might be too late. And I think it is too late for him. What a fantastic fight. No doubt about that. I think Eddie Delic has got home. I think he's done enough. Punches in bunches, in close. Did a lot of damage when Minnis was a bit slower.
He was effective in some of his combinations there. He showed a bit more composure, a bit more power in his punches, but Tim Minnis was always there. He didn't take a step back for a second.
Now, it was no doubt the nature of the fight, wasn't it? That Delic did take some early authority. He showed everybody that even though 14 months out of the ring, he decided he'd done the work, done the training, and took the fight right up to 10 minutes early.
True, and pleased all the fight fans here. We just got to wait for the outcome. And what a night.
What a night, says Nick Tatoris. Robert Cameron. That was a superb Victorian junior middleweight title fight in anyone's language.
I haven't seen a fight to the calibre of that in quite some time, Stephen. I have to concede. It was an outstanding match.
Yes.
These lads went hammer and tongs, start to finish.
Big night of boxing. The end of time there. Here's what the boxing. Professional level. It's been a great show. It goes right down the wire. 8 rounds of boxing. Judge Wayne Ashdown couldn't separate the two fighters. He had 76-76. He was overruled by Judge Mike Croucher, 78-74. Judge Nick Williams, 77-74. All for the brand new junior middleweight champion of Victoria from the blue corner.